Welcome! This is a Finally Bee Learning tutorial for campaign variables. Here's what this lesson covers. How to add a campaign variable and its benefits for sourcing candidates. Today I'm going to demo the journey of a typical job seeker. Job seekers join the talent hive with Finally pollinators. There are many different types of pollinators which I'll share in another video. First, let's take a look at how a Pollinator URL is structured. Here is the basic guideline. connect.find.ly/pollinator_name?variables. The pollinator is broken down into 3 sections. First is the pollinator domain name. Second is the shortcode name, which is also known as the unique pollinator identifier, or pollinator name. Each pollinator has a unique short code such as IB_apply, IB_join, or IB_campus. Note that IB or IB Corporation is Finally's demo organization. And third are the pollinator variables that can be added at the end. Note that the question mark is a mandatory part of the URL. It separates the pollinator name and the variables, and if it is forgotten, the URL won't work. Here's an example of a URL with multiple types of pollinator variables. Feel free to learn more about pollinator variables by visiting our Finally Bee Learning page. Today's video is about the campaign variable. Campaign variables are often used for career fairs. Recruiters can use a campaign variable for each career fair that they attend. This allows them to source candidates that they captured during that event. For example, the campaign variable could be the name of the campus or university, such as Boston University, Stanford, or MIT. Let's take a look. Today I'm going to test it out by adding a campaign variable to a join pollinator. Here I've added CP=Stanford. You can also add multiple campaign variables in the same URL that are separated by a comma. Here I've added entrepreneurship fair. Note that each space has to be replaced by %20 for the browser to be able to read the URL. What is the benefit of using a campaign variable? They are used to easily group people in Waggle. Note that modifying campaign variables or adding new ones is seamless to the user and does not affect the user experience. It is only used to record more information about the job seekers joining the pollinator. Let's take a look together. Our campaign variables for this pollinator are Stanford and Entrepreneurship Fair. I'm going to go through this Finally pollinator as job seeker Samantha Hive. Today I'm using my Facebook account. From here I can edit my details and then click Confirm when I'm done. Great, now let's take a look at the campaign variables that were recorded in Waggle. I'm now logged in as a recruiter. Let's run an advanced search against the same campaign variables I added earlier. Either one will suit. I'm going to type Stanford and then click Search. Here you'll see all the people that joined during the Stanford Career Fair. Then click on Samantha's Waggle business card. Here you'll see the profile view. From here I can click on the Actions button at the bottom of the screen. This displays the profile toolbox. Under the Source Campaigns heading, you'll notice the 2 campaign variables I added from the URL, Stanford and Entrepreneurship Fair. As a recruiter, I can easily track all job seekers who apply with this pollinator because of the campaign variables I've added. You'll notice other campaigns listed here as well. These campaigns came from other pollinators. Some of them have a little X next to them, and some have a lock symbol. The campaign variables with the X were manually added by the recruiter in Waggle and can be deleted. The campaigns with the lock symbol were added via a pollinator and cannot be removed. They represent a historical event that cannot be changed. Campaign variables are a powerful tool in understanding the story of how job seekers are interacting with your brand. You can reuse the same pollinator with any campaign variable variations you desire. Lastly, campaign variables are not static and can be changed over time. Now let's take a look at the same join pollinator with a different campaign variable. Here I've added January 2014 Boston Marketing Fair. Here you'll notice all the spaces are %20. After a job seeker has gone through this pollinator, I can log back into Waggle as a recruiter and run an advanced search for the campaign variable January 2014 Boston Marketing Fair. Great, I can now see all the people who went through this pollinator. Then, after clicking on Samantha's Waggle business card, I can click on the Actions button. Notice the campaign variable is listed with a lock symbol next to it since it was added via a pollinator. Here's a summary of what we've covered in this tutorial. We learned how to add a campaign variable and its benefits for sourcing candidates. Thanks. I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you have any further questions, please ask our expert team by visiting finally.com/help.